Hey guys, Joseph James here once again with your nightly newsletter brought to you by theschooloftrade.com. Today was September 30th, 2009. We finished up the month of September today. We finished up the third quarter today. So of course we're getting over a lot of the window dressing that comes along with the end of the quarter here in the markets we trade. And also remind you guys we also have a free resource online. Go to our YouTube page. That's /School of Trade. When you're there guys, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. That makes sure you got all the new videos that come out. And then please rate and comment on this video. Let's talk about our trade room totals today. Now, of course, today was another good day in the market. We brought $300 in. Didn't see a single trade with more than one profit target today. So we made all of our money today with nickels and dimes. And as you can see, $300 in our pocket to finish out the month. $3,800 here this month of September. Now, we always know that September is going to be a little bit of a transition between the summertime and the fall time trading. All right, so we'll keep you guys posted as we work our way through the month of August. But we're finishing out the month of September here with nothing but winning days, not a single losing day the entire month of September. We'll keep you guys posted as we work into into October coming up tomorrow. The term of the day today is swing high, swing low. Now, swing highs and swing lows, we have an indicator that's used about this. It's called our swing indicator, right? So make sure you guys are aware of that. We have a proprietary indicator called our swing indicator. But basically, swing highs and swing lows, this is a technical analysis tool, and it's analysis of price action on your charts. A swing high is a peak in price movement that exceeds a recent high. Of course, a swing low is a trough or a valley right below a recent low. Now, when you have swing highs or swing lows consecutively, they will signal a trend. So back-to-back swing highs will signal a trend. Back-to-back swing lows, a trend to the opposite side. If we don't see new swing highs and new swing lows, we of course have sideways markets and we want to be careful. We identify these as support and resistance. So swing highs and swing lows, as they're identified on our swing indicator, are used as support and resistance, and they're used for our entries, our stops, our targets, and pretty much on any time frame, they all matter. So whether or not using a 1-minute chart or a 10-minute chart, swing highs and swing lows are important things to be aware of. Now here's an example of what they may look like on your charts. Now these green bars here you can symbolize as price action. As you can see, we have swing highs, right, that continue to go up, right, making new highs every time. And then swing lows, of course, on the downside as they break new lows. So swing highs and swing lows, guys, they look exactly like they sound. Now here's an example of how we can use these swing highs and these swing lows for our trading entries and our stops. Now, for example, on the left here, you've got swing highs. And of course, I will take the break of one of these swing highs as a long entry. In fact, we use that for our breaker pattern. This, of course, would be a breaker long. We wait to get above that recent swing high, and we exit long. We enter long. Now I can place my stop, right, my initial stop, my protective stop, at the most recent swing low. And as you can see that, we get into the swing high, and for a long trade, my stop can be placed at the most recent swing low. Now on the opposite side here, on the short side, you can see, of course, when we violate or break below a swing low, that can also be a short entry here. And then just like our long example there to the left, we can place your stop above the recent swing high. So again, looking for a swing low for a short trade, a break of that swing low can, of course, confirm an entry here, such as a breaker pattern short. Then we place our initial protective stop a couple ticks right above that swing high to make sure we protect our position. So a good example here, just a very basic example of how swing highs and swing lows can be used for entries and your stops. And don't forget, guys, we have a brand new proprietary indicator. Here's an example of our swing indicator, and these, of course, are going to mark our swing highs and our swing lows for us automatically. So rather than having to train yourselves to see these things on your charts, you can simply use this swing low and swing high indicator, we call it the swing indicator, to define where these swing highs and swing lows are in the market. And of course, guys, I'm going to show you guys live in real time how we use this swing indicator, how we use the swing highs and swing lows to define our highest probability trade patterns we can see in the markets. Now come out and join us tomorrow morning in our live trade room, and we'll show you guys live in real time. The European session for all your European traders opens up at 2:45 a.m. Eastern Time. The U.S. session for all your U.S. traders, 7:45 a.m. Eastern Time. And tomorrow is a free webinar day on Thursdays, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 11:30 a.m. We have free webinars right in our live trade room. So come out tomorrow morning and learn about that as well. I want to remind you guys also, if you're new to the system, if you're new to the room, pick up a copy of the beginner's course. The beginner's course is highly recommended. The who, the what, the where, the why, and the when about what we're doing in the room, how we take our trades, why we take them, of course, entry rules, patterns, stops, targets, time frames, everything covered in that document. let's talk about some of the trades we took today. Went 4 for 4 today. We had a pretty decent day, although we didn't really see much price extension. And when I say the word price extension, what I mean is we didn't see the moves after they began. We didn't really see them go very long. And so we took a lot of first targets and then got bounced at our point of entry, which of course meant that we were going to be working towards our daily goal today, nickels and dimes at a time, right? Of course, we love taking big winning trades. Our trade management strategies always move our stop up to our point of entry at our first target, which ensures that even though we may miss a couple winning trades every once in a while with the runner, we're always going to guarantee this winner never becomes a loser, because what does it do? It rips that confidence right out of our trading habits. So we want to keep that confidence, meaning we want to stay in the trade as long as we can, but we don't want to go into the red. Here's our first trade of the day here, 9:53, just before 10 o'clock on the Russell. Now, great to see the Russell moving early this morning. This was a two-step long, again, going against the short-term trend, a two-step, a counter-trend pattern. Entry here was at 99.2. We took 6 ticks out of the market, took our first target at 3 ticks, again, moved our stop up to entry point, got taken out at our point of entry right before you can see price just tumbled down here, all the way down here 93. So it tumbled about 5 points there after we took our profit and got out of that trade. Once again, maximize profits, minimize risk. This did a great job of doing that, guys, here in our first trade. Second, third, and fourth trades happened all within about a half an hour here on the crude, and it was after 10:30. If you guys were watching the news events this morning, we had a 10:30 news number. That was the crude and gasoline inventories. That is the biggest number for the crude market all week. So we, of course, were cautious trading before the news number. Didn't see very much action before the news number, but boy, did it wake up after 10:30. Here, our first trade of the day, guys, on the crude. Second trade overall was at 10:45. This was just after we had broken above this 67 even level. We saw price chop around a little bit, broke above this 67.12, 67.14. We made a swing high. As you can see when I zoom in here, there's that horizontal blue line, the light blue line, not the dark blue line. The light blue line is marked by that swing high. Now, that swing high gives us our entry point. Once we saw price get above that, we then looked to get long. 67.22 was my fill. Again, all of these trades, guys, one target winners. And as you can see, got our first target at +4, took 8 ticks out of the market there, and then, of course, moved our stop to entry and got bounced out for that second and third target as it came crashing back down. Now, we waited just a couple minutes later there, about 15 minutes later, after 11 o'clock. The 11 o'clock alarm went off, letting us know we had 11 o'clock on our hands here. We took another breaker long here. These were breaker longs across the board here. So on the crude, 11 o'clock, again, 67.66 here now. Just after 15 minutes after that first trade, took another 8 ticks out of the market, put another 80 bucks in our pocket. As you can see, that light blue line was my swing high level, right? Talking about those swing highs and swing lows. We identified these swing highs automatically on my charts with my swing indicator. We then get involved long this above that swing high. And then, of course, is the breaker long entry here at 66 for a quick 8 ticks there. It wasn't long thereafter, guys. We took another breaker long. And again, these things kept setting up here all morning long. And back to back to back here, winners. 11:02, we had just gotten out of our position on the first trade here in this breaker. The second one set up 11:02. 67.87 here, so getting a little bit higher on the chart there. We took 8 ticks again of that market, add them all up, 8, 16, 24 ticks there in a matter of a half an hour on the crude. And of course, that does a great thing for our profit and loss statement when we do things like this. So crude oil, obviously looking good here. We saw a wave long just after that. A lot of members took that one as well. But basically, I was done here after those 3 trades, making our money and getting out of the market. Now, before we close up, guys, I want to show you a good example today of how the pace of the tape indicator can be used to know when the high of day or the low of day is going to hold. Good example here. In slide number 1, you'll notice we had decreasing speed of the tape. And as price traded towards low of the day, I stayed away from this short because the price action did not support strong increasing price action at the low of the day. The rule of thumb is we can sell the lows or buy the highs when we see strong increasing price action. Now, this is a great example here, guys. Before 10 o'clock here on the Russell, we saw decreasing price action. Therefore, it kept us out of that short trade at the low of the day, and it saved us money. You can see right there, it bounced right back up in our face. Now, about 5 seconds later, though, look what happened. Now, the pace of the tape begins to start speeding up. And now, when price came back down to test the low of the day again, this time, the low of the day doesn't stand a chance. The speed of the tape increased. We can see that in the pattern here in our pace of the tape indicator. And we knew this low of the day was not going to stand a chance. Got in short there on your breaker pattern short. So once again, if you want to know about how to trade the high of the day or the low of the day, if you're concerned about knowing when it's going to hold and when it's not going to hold, use your pace of the tape indicator and look for patterns. Again, the rule of thumb is speed must be increasing as we test the low or the high of the day for us to be a buyer or seller at those levels. Guys, once again, I want to thank you guys for coming out and joining me today in the room. My name is Joseph James. If you want more information about our live trade room, we'll give you guys a free 3 weeks trial and lifetime membership. Drop us an email at sales@schooloftrade.com. Again, grab a copy of that beginner's course and come out and see us tomorrow morning, 2:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you then. Bye-bye for now.